we get to the sketchy part with the chains, I'm backing out and I'm gonna turn around. I do not like heights.
People have fallen from this cliff route. These steps.
Alright guys, welcome back to Zion Made. Guys, we are doing Angel's Landing.
This is gonna be an awesome hike. I mean, this hike is intense. It is not for the faint of heart. Even with us, I mean, Trenton here behind the camera, are you gonna be having fun on this? Or you
I'm good.
Yeah?
I'm gonna watch.
He's
you guys
looking
do
behind the camera like, no.
I'm telling you, if you're scared of heights, you do not want to do this hike. But if you're not scared of heights, this thing is epic. As of the last decade, it is the deadliest trail in the park. More people have died on this trail, right, than any other trail in Zion. So we're gonna go up and walk carefully, try not to fall off any edges, and anyway, have lots of fun.
There are 3 sections to this trail, to Angel's Landing. There are 3 parts to it.
First section is the part we're on right now, switchbacks, right? Really cool. Man, so hot. Hopefully we can make it up here without taking our shirts off.
Who wants to see us take our shirts off? We've been working out.
I mean, it's winter, so maybe we'll be all right. But the second section, we'll talk about it when we get into it. It's called the Refrigerator Canyon, and it's called that for a reason.
We are going into some shade. That sun is cooking us alive. This is my first time ever doing Angel's Landing. I have never, ever, I've heard about it, read about it, watched other YouTube videos about it, but this is my first time ever doing Angel's Landing. I'm a little bit nervous because at the top, there's some parts where it's like, all you've got is a little chain, and then you can maybe go like 1 foot, 2 foot, 3 foot, 4 foot, like single file basically, so. We need energy for the top.
So some people might wonder what this white that covers the rock is. This is actually calcite, and it's always somewhere where there used to be a crack. You get these big cracks or joints in the rock. The water kind of seeps through those cracks for thousands of years, deposits the calcium carbonate that actually leaches out of the sandstone and deposits that in the cracks. So you have this white layer that almost looks like plaster. It's made of the same thing, right? Calcium carbonate. Oh man.
Lance, you're crazy. Why are you running?
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Why wouldn't you? Why aren't you running?
Because we only started the way.
Why would you walk this when you could run this? All right, how was that, Bridger?
That switchback is so hot.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to hitting this refrigerator.
That's pretty hot. We're hitting Refrigerator Canyon right now. When you're hot, best part of the hike, because it is cool. It's always cool. I think one of the coolest things, history-wise, right? This whole thing was built by the Conservation Corps during the Great Depression, right? So everyone's out of work, so they bring in the Conservation Corps. They make all these cool trails in Zion. They blast this thing
With
through the
dynamite?
rock. Yeah, through dynamite.
They
Parts.
blast these walls with dynamite.
Yeah.
How do they even get them up
Blasting
here?
through here. They have these carts and they blast away, and then they put the cement down. Some of the cement's even original. During that time, right? There's this guy named Bill Evans. He did the first ascent of Angel's Landing, which is right across from us here. Just picture this. This guy with 15 feet of rope in 1927. He sees that cliff there and he's like, dude, I can climb that. Like no modern harnesses, right? No modern like dynamic rope that's stretchy. He's just got like this 15-foot stretch of like crappy rope, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna climb that. And he did it.
We are about 600, 700 feet above ground level. So just to put that in perspective for you guys, this is what it looks like. Look at that. Holy cow. The refrigerator's nice. Nice, cool breeze. Slow poke! Gotta be quick on that! Dude, this sand makes it so hard to run in! I win! Woo!
They left me. I'm walking. Look, you're gonna be out of breath, and I'm just walking. I'm enjoying my time.
Guys, little do they know, when we get to the sketchy part with the chains, I'm backing out and I'm gonna turn around. I do not like heights, and that's not my thing. They don't know that I'm gonna turn around, but I'm gonna turn around and head back to the car. They can finish the rest of the hike, because heights are not my thing.
Every person you meet inside, you can't walk past one without them saying, how's it? How's it going? Hey, how are you? And it's funny because every person you make like eye contact with. So it's kind of like, how you doing?
Joey from Friends. How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
Moving like my grandma.
Hey, I'm just walking. I'm just out here walking. My grandma feels very disrespected right now. My grandma moves quick. She is a champion.
So this is the famous Walter Wiggles, right? There's some really awesome pictures of this from the top of the canyon over there.
This is the part 3 to
Yeah, this
Angel's
is like
Landing.
the third major part.
So just to recap, we went through
Switchbacks,
Refrigerated Canyon.
Walter Wiggles.
Now we're at Walter Wiggles.
Yeah, Walter was the first superintendent of the park, so he's kind of in charge of this part of the trail. But I mean, you can see how much rock it took for them to create this. I mean, there's no way to get up out of Refrigerated Canyon unless you create some kind of crazy engineering staircase, and that's what he did here, right? Which are the steepest, most heinous part of the park. But honestly, also the most fun if you're coming down and when the snow is in. Like I've done this a couple times in the snow, and you just kind of like slide down.
Look at this.
You know, if you come here late at night, you can catch deer coming down these things. Because it's really the only way from the plateau down to the valley floor. So there's quite a bit of wildlife that uses the Eastern Trail and this trail
What kind
to
of
get from the plateau, like deer, mountain lions, foxes. It's another really great spot to see the cross bedding in the sand dunes, right? The ancient sand dunes. Every one of those diagonal lines, right? And that represents, you know, millions of years. It's kind of hard actually to date the Navajo sandstone because there aren't any fossils in it, so you have to use pollen. But even that's kind of hard to get an exact date on it. So to nail down exactly how long it would take for each bed to be deposited, totally debated, perhaps unknowable. But still, the Jurassic Navajo sandstone is speculated to probably span, I mean, somewhere in the neighborhood of at least 20 million years, possibly more. First awesome view, Scouts Lookout.
So we're at Scouts Lookout.
This is Scouts Lookout.
Final ascent.
That's right.
And then, so this is where Angel's Landing. This is like the scariest part of this entire
this is where
thing.
it starts, right? It's pretty wuss on the way up here. I mean, it's all right, but I'd consider it pretty tame. But you hit this spot and it gets real. We're trying to convince Trenton to go up to the top. You up for this, man? I mean, it's pretty freaky, but.
I think I'm calling it right here. I think this is the spot right here. This is where I start heading back down. Like, I'm gonna give myself a panic attack if I go up there. I'm gonna fall off because of a panic attack. Like,
just thinking about like making up that tiny little spine with those 1,000-foot cliffs on either side. Like, what does it make you feel?
I can't. Like, I'd give myself legitimately a heart attack if I did that. Like, I can't. That's a no-go for me. That's where I draw the line. You guys got it. Like, I know cameraman never dies, but.
I was just saying a minute ago, I've come up here with people, we start it, right? They hit those chains and just freeze up and lay on the ground. But then they come back in a year or two and they're ready, right? Dream about it for a year or two.
Guys, this is our very first time doing this, and the more he's explaining this, like, I'm not afraid of heights, but if people are laying down, he goes, Trenton, how do you feel about this? Just know that people lay down, you only walk on this. Lance, you're not helping him.
I have brought all of my kids up here in a stroller. Like that trail right there, we brought them up in a stroller, and then once we hit this part, put them in a little back carrier.
Kids have no fear.
Lance, you're an animal, dude.
Man, they've been doing this since they were born, basically. You're out, Trenton, huh?
I'm out. This is what I call it.
Okay, you're gonna watch the video though.
You guys can survive though. I'll watch the video.
You got this. You're gonna live vicariously through us.
Right below, right next to us is like this freaking, how high up are we, Lance?
We are 1,400 feet high.
1,400 feet high.
Yeah, it's time to put on your big boy pants and this gets scary.
Okay, all right, let's buckle in and we'll see you guys at the top. Yeah, bye Trenton. Trenton is not ready to do this, which is okay.
I've done this during ice, snow. The coolest time I've done this 1 a.m. Full
1
moon.
a.m.?
So cool. No flashlights. It was so bright with the full moon. It was just like, everything looked like snow, honestly. It was really, really cool.
There are condors here.
There are condors. Let's see if we see them. We usually just see them.
Wow.
Let's check it out.
These are mean, but look. Angel's Landing.
People have died falling from this cliff route.
So yeah, we're going up. We're like right here. We're just about to get to the chain, see? Yeah. So we are right here and we gotta go all the way up this arch and all the way across. Okay, wish us luck. Okay, look how slippery it already is. Oh my gosh. Holy cow. I'm more worried about my shoes, honestly. My heart is racing, not gonna lie. Holy cow. Holy, this is like, dude, I'm a little bit, I feel like I need to tie my shoes. Like mountain goats right now, huh? Oh, we gotta go clear over there still, and you can see that is like.
Yeah, it gets steep. This is kind of like a.
Is this where most people turn back?
No, I mean, people I've been with who've turned back, it's back there, that first turn.
Oh, really? Okay, guys, we're going all the way. Oh, you can pass me.
Oh, it's okay. I'm still thinking about it.
You're feeling the fear?
Yep,
A little bit.
something like that.
It's easier than it looks.
Is there a chain rail still?
Yeah.
Okay,
Really,
Yeah.
everywhere where it's exposed, there's a chain.
cool.
You got it. First time?
Yep.
Same.
This is only like my 40th time. Okay, this is the narrowest part of the whole
Right here.
hike right here.
This is the narrowest
Easy beans.
part. Oh. Look to our left and look to our right. It ain't that bad. Look at these steps. Wow. Luckily they've got, this is nuts.
It's only nuts when you start thinking about what it would feel like to free fall 1,000 feet.
Not parachute.
Oh,
Squirrel
man,
suit.
yeah, there you go.
I think Trenton would have been okay.
I don't know, he's pretty freaked out.
He might. It's not like.
I don't think it's that
thing-
bad either, but the thing is they get in their head. You get in your head
Yeah.
and you start psyching yourself out.
How's it? Holy cow, it is gnarly though. How much of an incline would you say this is?
Oh, this is steep stuff. We gotta climb another 400 feet in like a quarter mile.
There's no chain right here whatsoever, guys, as you can see. Holy cow. This is all freehand right here. That's where we came from. It kind of feels like we're on top of the world.
Because we are.
Uh-huh. Dang, that's pretty. Nice, let's go.
Heck yeah.
Good stuff.
Thanks for being my inspiration.
Of course. How's it? I should have taken Trent's water.
Oh yeah, what the heck? Tell me when you need some water. There's one in my bag. You can just shoot from it.
Try, when we get back, that's gonna be our reward. Guys, yeah, I forgot to pack water in my backpack. Whew.
Kind of, I think the hard part is right up here. You start to get so tired because it's so steep.
Really?
So then it starts to like wear on you because you're like gasping for air.
Yeah, so basically, gotta take this knife.
Lightning speed here. It's our last leg.
Yeah, we are on a time crunch a little bit because it is getting close to being
The sun is pretty much set
Yeah,
over the cliff here.
maybe we'll be able to catch a sweet sunset.
I think we only have about 100 yards left though.
That's not bad at all. Yo! Holy! Guys, we were like way down there. Like we have to go back down that way. Oh, I just realized we're on the opposite side of the thing. We're not supposed to be on this side. We're supposed to be on this side.
Oh, it's steep. Holy cow. Catching my breath here.
So did they come through here and like make these indents in these rocks?
Yeah, they blasted a lot of these little sections. Jackhammered them out. Can you imagine stringing these chains up?
No, I couldn't. I would not. Dude, oh, this is probably the scariest part for me right here. Holy cow. Like, we gotta go clear back over there.
Dude, we came up that. Oh, you hardly want to use the chains right now. They're so cold. I'd rather like die than touch them.
Really?
No, I mean not that, but if
So we're almost to the top?
Yeah, one more rise after this.
This is so sick.
This is a cool place to get a picture. Kind of basically hang out.
Everyone else is running. Sorry, Billy.
Oh, it's the top. Right there. Now we just go out to the end and we're there.
Woo!
Oh yeah.
We made it!
Yeah.
Let's go!
Sweet, man.
Woo! We are like, what? 1,500 feet above ground?
That's right.
Oh! I wasn't paying attention and ran into a freaking branch.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
Good job.
You too.
You pushed through it.
Yeah, thanks.
Of course. Is there an echo? Hello! Nope, no echo. No echo.
Awesome.
Let's go!
That was awesome, man.
Holy
That
cow!
was awesome. Check out that view. This is pretty spectacular.
Check out that view. Holy cow! We made it, guys!
Yeah, this is the place to come to. You come here to the top of Angel's Landing and there's a lot to see. Like looking across to the Great White Throne here, spectacular. I mean, look at that face, right? So iconic. Now we're looking down on Red Mountain. Remember how high that was when we were kind of on those switchbacks coming toward the top?
How did Angel's Landing get the name Angel's Landing?
So all of these things were named by this Presbyterian preacher, right? One of the early kind of pioneers of the park. He came out from back east and he named everything after kind of these religious terms. Angel's Landing, you got the Great White Throne. It's so majestic, it's hard not to like want to name it after something religious because I mean, it's honestly like a spiritual experience.
It
here, right?
really is.
I mean, it's just epic. There's something so unique about this place.
It will. Like I can see why people will pass out or they get up here and they're like, I can't get back down. Like, has anyone ever had to be like flown out of here?
Oh,
Do you know?
I'm sure they have. Or wheeled down. I've seen people wheeled down on stretchers, and I don't know whether they got injured or whether they were scared, but I've been with people who had panic attacks. I just want to tell my story of Angel's Landing, because Angel's Landing is really what got me into geology. I remember coming up here, I was probably in middle school, you know, maybe early high school. I remember hearing about growing up, like in church and stuff, all these stories about, you know, Noah's flood and the creation of the earth. And it's hard not to think about like those religious undertones of the earth when you're in some place like this that's so majestic. I couldn't look at it without thinking like, how on earth was this formed, right? Immediately you're going back to Sunday school and being like, well, is this like part of the creation of the world? Was this just like created in 7 days? Wait, what? If there was like a Noah's flood in the Bible, like did it fill up this canyon? Because gosh, look how crazy deep this canyon is. I mean, you see that? Anyway, that seriously stuck with me, right? And then the more I kept coming up here, because I came to land all the time in high school, the more I kept thinking like, oh, well, how does this fit with all that? It created this tension in me, right? This religious side where you've been taught these things and then you're learning more scientific aspects from school. And I think that it was like the argument of those two things in my head going through high school that made me think like, I'm gonna devote my life to this. And I'm gonna argue out those 2 points to see if there's like anything even remotely possible to creationism, or to see if maybe scientists have missed something when it comes to the predominant narratives in geology, right? Geoscience, geophysics, So really that's what I did. Every single bit of it, I wanted to test it out, see it for myself, and see what was actually rational. And so I think that it's a reason why I have a lot of answers to a lot of questions, more so than most geologists, because of that mindset that I went through as I learned it.
It is getting kind of dark, not really.
It felt dark in the shade, huh? You come out here in the sun, all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's not as late as it seemed. But
And how long did it take us to even get up here?
I think it was like 2.5 hours at least, right?
2.5 hours?
Yeah. Dude, like and subscribe, man.
Like
Help out our channel.
Don't forget to hit the notification bell every time we post a video so you guys can stay in the loop and know what adventure we're going on next.
Yeah, we'd love if you drop us a comment, you know, help the channel to grow.
We'll see you guys at the bottom, and yeah, we'll catch up with you guys then.
Yeah.
Oh, my shoelace is untied.
Oh man, that's a off there.
Yeah, this is the scary spot.
Yeah, that's intense right there.
That was where I was like, dude, that's the most sketchiest spot. There's no one out here anymore. I think people are too scared to go this late.
Mostly, yeah. Most people are like the thought of getting caught up. Does that scare you? You got a hold of a chance, you're good.
Oh, we got that on camera. Cameraman never dies. It's a good thing we had the camera going. Yeah. Holy cow.